I'm gonna pop in the microphone. Okay, let me know how that is. Let me know how that is. I rebooted. I put on Do Not Disturb. We'll see how that goes. Just in time for a cup of coffee again. Oh, where is everybody? Hello, 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 hello. I'm back on. I'm back. I'm back. There you go. Somebody. Yay, finally. Well, you guys come on back. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it's now part two. So if you want to rebroadcast this, you can check out part two. How about that? Bum, 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 bum. We're back. Should be live. There. Hi, Vinny. Take two. Jeff, take two. Thanks for being there. Appreciate it, Vinny. Okay, we're getting people back in the audience. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. Come on, start chatting. So, Vinny, how you doing? Did you have a good Memorial Day weekend? You still got, I mean, you still got today and tomorrow. Should do well. Hi, Ralph. How are you? Welcome back. Yeah, does it sound better? Is it making any noise? Hope not. Not tonight. Not tonight. Tomorrow, I'll put in the new modem router, and we'll see how that works. I'm sure it's going to work good. I'm sure it is. Hi, Brady G111. Hey, how are you, Brady? You're new to the channel. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you joining. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're making some good numbers now. No feedback as of now. Okay, good. Charlie Bovea, how are you, my friend Elvis? How are you? Yeah, we're getting all geared up for the rod run. Now, remember, we're going to have spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread. I'm going to make up a bunch of that. That should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be a cooking fool that the day before that. And you always got to cook it at least the day before or 2 days before and let it. Vinny could tell you, when you cook Italian, it's got to rest. It's got to get to know each other. They get to know it in the refrigerator. They go, "Hey, you guys," and then they all get together. Yes, it's been good weekend. Nice way to wind down from today watching you live. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hi, David. Everything good? Jeff and Tootsie Camp. Hello again. I'm back. You're welcome and love the channel. Thank you. Thank you, Brady. Appreciate that very much. I try. I try. If you do check out the new today's video. Um, what I liked about it is I think I got off track on, which is not unusual for me because my brain thinks a lot faster than my mouth can talk. Can you imagine that? But I shot it completely on my phone and edited completely everything from the phone. And I'm still discovering some new stuff on this program that I'm using on the phone. And I do like the way the video is shooting. In fact, the last three videos, if you watch the ones from Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, any of the ones for Memorial Weekend, all shot on the phone, and exceptional video. Now, sometimes I run them up quick and they're still in SD. So if they sometimes when they look fuzzy, give them some time to render into HD. It takes sometimes as much as an hour for YouTube to process them in HD, and then they come through crystal clear. And please look at them on your TV if you can. Watch them on your television because I shoot them with that in mind that it should be viewed on your TV. And of course, if you have your phone, that's fine if that's all you got. But if you can, either mirror it or just go to YouTube on your TV, and it looks so much better. The depth is there, the music is there, and that's what I want you to see it the way it is. Primo Stoker, have you ever been to Klingman's Dome on a clear night? Yeah, I've been to Klingman's Dome many times. It's gorgeous up there. It's so dark up there. It's so crystal clear up there. Anywhere up on that hill, by the way, because the traffic, for the most part, they're not. Once in a while, a car will come up and go over, but for the most part, it's really nice and dark up there. Great picture taking, if that's what you're looking for. I'm going to watch the new video. Okay, sure. Do a lot of people in Knoxville have it? Knoxville, it, it's trying to come back. And a lot of stores have closed down in Knoxville, a lot of them, but a lot of them are reopening and they're doing the best they can. That pandemic really put the kibosh on a lot of businesses, and that's sad because it didn't have to happen that way. Oh, that's right. We need to talk about that. Did you catch any of the U.S. martial action in Gatlinburg today? No, I did not. I had heard they captured some fugitive wanted for murder on the strip. What time was that? Because I didn't hear any sirens or anything. I didn't see any action. But I have to admit, when I have that camera in my face, and you got to remember, I have the two cameras. I've got the phone and the GoPro, and I'm not looking around. I'm looking what's framed in the two cameras all the time, and that's how I decide what I'm going to shoot. And once in a while, I'll pop my head out into the real world and look around, but most of the time, I'm looking through the world in a lens like this. This is what I'm seeing because I want to get the best video I can get for you guys, and it's sometimes hard. Um, I got up on some places I probably shouldn't have stood on. There were like large fences with block on them, and I wanted to get up high. And the cop didn't seem to mind across the street. You know, I jumped up on that, and then took my camera and the tripod, set it up, and tilted it down. I got some interesting video, and he didn't seem to have a problem with it. I mean, if he wanted to yell at me, he could have yelled at me. I would have got down, but he was cool with it. That was cool. I love the new music that you're using. Thank you. Um, I search for hours for music. I search a lot to find the right music. And I have my own music library, but this stuff is so contemporary that I'm using, and I have to search for it. And I enjoy looking for it, especially when you check out the new video. The first music, the first song that's on there, I won't give it away, but it's an interesting song. It's a fun song, but it fits the video, and that's what when I'm shooting the video in my mind, I have an idea what I want musically. Then I have to search it out. I have to find that tempo, that genre, and that style, and that's where the time comes in. But I found it. It was so cool. When I found it, I go, "That's the opening song right there. That is the opening song," and you'll see it. I think it's cool. It made me laugh. Um, was big old scene, someone said. Maybe it could happen after I left. No, that could have happened. Well, I'm glad they got him. And you would think that, Brad, you would think that in that crowd, it was spilling into the streets on both sides. And no exaggeration, you could see it in the video. Both sides of the street, there was no room on the sidewalk for the people. They were in the road walking next to the cars. And it was unusually crowded because I had to come in the back way. I tried to come in the main way. You know, it forks out like that, and everyone would go to the left to go into Gatlinburg, the main way. I made that mistake as soon as I headed that way. I was right before the fork where you go the bypass or the main way, and I hesitated. And I usually don't hesitate, but I was thinking of other stuff, and I go, I'm going to check out the main way. It's Sunday. Nobody's going to be up here today, probably. Boy, was I wrong. Soon as I saw that, I was at the Y. I was at the apex of the Y, and the line had stopped dead. And I looked over and I said, it's backed all the way up. And I just passed the bypass entrance. And I go, oh, what am I going to do? I know. All you have to do is go up maybe 200 yards and you can hang a U-turn. Now, if I decide to change my mind, that would have been an O-turn, and I don't think there's a law against. Is there a law against making an O-turn? Hmm, I don't know. But I made a U-turn and went back to the visitor center and then just went up. It's like a half a mile to a mile. It's really short. And then I got back on the bypass. And the bypass was not bad at all. But until you got to where the bypass dumps out, and you can either go to Pigeon Forge or you could go to Gatlinburg. So right at that end, it was just traffic coming in from Pigeon Forge. Like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. Literally, it was bumper to bumper. You'll see it in the video. All the way back and all the way to Gatlinburg. It was bumper to bumper. So I said, all right, I got to get in. I have no choice. So I did get in there. And it took a while to get in. It definitely took a while to get in Gatlinburg. And it was extremely crowded, really, from the beginning of the end of Gatlinburg down by Ober-Gatlinburg and where I think it's a marathon station that's right before the National Forest. It was, people were there, which is normally not the case. Normally, people don't wander down that far. They wandered all the way down there, and that's unusual. That, to me, that's just not normal. Even more than some of the other videos that I did. I've never seen people go down that far, and that's how it was all the way through Gatlinburg. Anakista, they shut down Anakista. I'm sorry, I haven't. I'm running my mouth again. Oh God, Brady G. Hi, do I know? Philip Holcomb, how are you, Philip? Good to see you back in Gatlinburg having the midnight 4th of July parade. I like those parades. Not sure when it was down. I'll find out. Welcome back. Thank you. They must have tracked them to Gatlinburg. That was kind of a stupid thing to go because there's a lot of law enforcement in Gatlinburg. You can't run and hide in there. Starting to warm up a little. Yeah, it is here too. It's feeling a little more comfortable. It actually is. Ralph, from Wait, the U.S. Marshal Smoky Mountain Fugitive Task Force and the Sevier County Sheriff Office arrested Edvin Gubis Velasquez, 26, around 3 p.m. at the Gatlinburg residence. So it was at a residence. Okay, so it wasn't on the strip. There you go. There, you got it. You got it from my man on the scene, Ralph Webb. The man on the scene, Ralph Webb. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. After months of searching for him in connection with November 2020 shooting in Clayton County, Georgia, that left 2 people dead. Well, hopefully that taco boy is going to go away for a long time. Never come out. Well, with this administration, they'll probably give him a seat on the Senate or Congress. You know how that is. Spaceman Dudley, she's cooking right now. She's very hungry. I didn't have time. I mean, literally, I've been out since 10:30 this morning, and just enough time to go and pick her up and come back here. So normally I cook dinner for her, but it was so crazy in Gatlinburg, just crazy, crazy. But I had a lot of fun. I met several subscribers there, and there's interviews on the video of that, and some I left out because it's just already the video is 30 minutes long. I got 2 hours and 45 minutes of video, and I had to weed through that. I did that on the 4th floor of the parking garage. Mary Max Cats, I saw your video earlier. Way too crowded. You're listening, but not reading a lot. Recovering from eye surgery. Yes, how's that coming? How is that? What did you have done? Was it cataract or eye surgery? Like something else? Kathy McAllister, how are you? Hey Jeff, how are you doing? Miss Marie doing? Hope you enjoy your weekend. Yeah, she worked, and I go out and videotape. You know, I try not to stay home much, although I really should because those chores are not getting done. I did the laundry this morning before we left and hung it out. I always hang the laundry out because it gets that fresh mountain air. You know, normally we used to buy. You know, you always get like Downy with the fresh mountain breeze smell. Well, what the heck? I just hang it out here. I'm in the mountains. It smells nice and fresh. Do you have magnetic vacation signs? No, that would be a target. That's not a good idea. I'm already being hit from all angles from tourists. I don't think that would be good. And my haters. Do you know what never fails? Never fails. Glad you brought that up. Every time you check it out, every time I post a video, I get 2 thumbs down within the first 10, 15 minutes. 2. It always is 2. Some haters out there, some losers, you know, they got nothing better to do. Go, you know, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. They're probably sitting in their underwear in their mother's basement, you know. That's okay. I'm still getting paid. I'm still getting paid. I checked my AdSense and they said, you know, they left me a message. It's like, you could deduct this money anytime. I go, I don't need it, but I guess, all right, just funnel it over the bank account. Um, how's the good numbers? We're getting up there. We're approaching 4,000. Mary Max, laser surgery, but not on the cataracts. It was opening the drains in my eyes. It's because of narrowing lenses. Difficult to explain, but was more complicated than anticipated. But you're okay? Everything cool? How much, what kind of therapy, if any, can you do after eye surgery? I mean, you're supposed to just relax your eyes, right? You're not supposed to really do anything to strain them, right? I banged my head once. Um, oh, this is a long time ago. This is when I lived in Florida, really early years, 80 or 81. And there were steps, cement steps going out of my house, and they were wet, and I didn't anticipate that. And I went just like that and slammed my head on the concrete. And I remember that sound. It sounded like hitting a coconut. You ever hit a coconut? That, yeah, only loud. And I remember it had detached the retina on my right eye. And this is, you got to remember, this is 80, 81. They hadn't perfected eye surgery at all then. There was no lasers back then. So I had to wear a patch for a while, and it was really, my eye was distorted for a long time, and every once in a while it gives me a little bit of problem, but I'm okay. Tom Man, be there in late June. Maybe we'll thin. Oh yeah, it'll thin out. This is just a holiday, Tom. No, nothing to worry about. It's Memorial. It's like the kickoff to summer, and everybody comes up, and everybody's still antsy about being locked up for a year and a half. What was I going to say about that? Oh, remember? Oh yes, I remember. Go back to the days when we were up on the third floor, and we were talking about the virus on they were saying, oh, it's from the wet market, and comes from bats and all that BS. And I kept telling you, this is nonsense. This is a manufactured, man-made virus. I'm telling you, I read the paperwork on it, and little by little, you started hearing about doctors disappearing in China, especially when they come forward and saying, hey, I was there when they were manufacturing this stuff and they were changing the DNA and all that. And now they've got the evidence. Now they've proved that it did come from that Wuhan laboratory. And now they're trying to get the documentation, but those doctors are missing. And I remember seeing her video, female doctor, and said she was one of five that were told to engineer this COVID virus that existed to make it more resistant to anything, and that it could be spread from humans instead of animals. And now that person disappeared, and the other doctors are not to be found. But I told you this thing. You go, oh, you conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not. Listen, I do my homework. That's what they paid me all that money for back then. Uh, Everyone, don't forget, yeah, please hit that like button. And of course, subscribe, please. And do comment. Tell me what you think. I always love it when you tell me. Janice Young, hello. How are you? Randy's World, many thumbs up. Thank you. Charlie, it won't thin out in the busy place in the summer. It's always going to be busy to some degree here, but nothing like Memorial Week. Nothing. It's crazy. I mean, the rod run will be confined to a certain area, but Memorial, it's everywhere. Uh, it's interesting. In Pigeon Forge, it was crowded, but nothing like Gatlinburg. Nothing. Not even close. Hands down, Gatlinburg had it beat with the people. Mm. I made a fresh pot of coffee. Oh, that's another thing. Now, I haven't. You'll see a video coming up. I started working on it, but I'm launching a new channel, and I'm hoping to have it going within the next 6 days, 7 days. I was going to try to do it tomorrow, but I'm not prepared for it yet. I have to do more homework. But you'll start seeing it in the morning. All right. And I'm giving heads up on my competitors out there. I'm ready. I'm ready for a challenge. I'm so bored. I am so bored. And I'll tell you all about it soon. But there is a new channel. Um, Kathy McAllister. It's very childish. Shame on people who do that. Do what? What I miss? uh, Philip, you thought I was the only one. No, Philip, I've been doing laundry since I've been 10 years old. My mother told me, you want clean clothes? Do them yourself. You want clean clothes? Get down there. The washer works both ways. And she taught me. I remember how she taught me. I was young. I couldn't even see over the washer. She said, "You got to do your," because it was my sister, my brother, and myself, and my mother and my father, and she was always working. Was always doing something. And kids go through, especially my sister. She changed 15 times a day, and God forbid, even if it came out of the closet, if she put it on to try, it would go into a pile. And she'd tell mom to wash everything. Never been worn, just tried on and didn't like it and threw it in a pile. Typical girly girl. So my mother says, "You're going to do your own clothes from now on." And I've cooked and done my own clothes all my life. And I don't have a problem with it. No big deal. I hang them up. Miss Marie is the ironer, though. She irons everything. And I'm talking underwear, socks, t-shirts. It doesn't matter. Nighty-night shirts. It doesn't matter. Everything gets ironed, folded like a hospital. And I'm not kidding. Color coordinated. If I open up my drawers, like in my sock drawers, the colors are all coordinated, the underwear are all coordinated. My dresses, oh, my dresses. I don't have dresses. I got gowns, but no dresses. Nice little strapless number, not too ostentatious or too pretentious, just right. Key says, "Have you ever found the shortcuts behind the Gatlinburg Visitor Center? We found another one by turning on." Yeah, I know where they are. Um, they're on my list to do, and I don't want to confuse people. I want to get mainline them in, and then we'll. Yeah, there's a couple right behind there, and they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Stacy Fowler, good to see you. Just drops in the eye. Then I kind of figured and hope it gets better. It will get better. Right eye to be done. Oh, so you only had the one done. Okay. Well, that's kind of a good idea. Otherwise, you'd be stumbling all over the place, wouldn't you? 2 weeks. More painful than anticipated. Don't they give you anything for that? Like a Thorazine big gulp? Yeah. Like a cup like this full of Thorazine? Yeah. Hey, Doc, you got any more of that? You can cut my head off. Just give me some more of this stuff here. And then ask him for the NyQuil Jello shots. Mm, good, good, good. Everyone get a vaccine. Yeah, right. Fauci should be punished. Well, you got to remember he's a politician, and he's on the wrong side. I think China released it to quell the students in Hong Kong. It's a little deeper than that. It's about world domination, and the scary part is I know that they don't. And once again, do not blame the Chinese people. They're just people. They're innocent. They're poor. Most of them are ignorant. They have no understanding of what's going on because you must remember they're communists. So they literally, and I have talked to some Chinese, they didn't know what was going on in their own country because there's no newspapers that tell the truth. Everything is state run. Everything, every word. They don't have TV like we do. They can't even get this show over there. No, they block all that stuff. So they're in the dark. So they don't know what's really going on. So please don't blame the people. Blame the government, the CCP. And that reminds me, I'll go off track. I'm going to take a little side road on this one. Why in the world would any of you buy anything from Nike? Now, I'm not telling you not to because I don't want to have my channel shut down. But you do know that that check, when you wear that and buy that, you are supporting the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. The money you spend is that the product you're buying from them, Nike, is communist made by children and people that are invalids, old people working for slave wages, and you're supporting it by wearing those sneakers, those pants, and those shirts. I saw a guy today wearing complete outfit. Everything had the check. And I wanted to grab him by his dreadlocks and shake him a little bit, but I didn't. Those days are over for me. Wake up. You're supporting the communists so he could look cool in his Nikes. Yo, yo. No, no. I don't buy anything that is supporting the Communist Party ever. Jeff and Tootsie, not getting shot. Crisco's Country Life. Crisco, my man. Please check out my friend Crisco's Country Life. Do subscribe to him. And he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I was thinking of you today What did where was it I saw that? Okay, oh. Darn, I can't. I saw this guy was selling crawdaddies, and I was thinking of you. And he didn't have enough. You know, when you eat crawdaddies, you got to get a lot of them because there's not much to them. You know, and I said, I wonder if Crisco's going to eat those things for the holidays. Memorial Day and Labor Day. This from Ralph Webb are always really crowded in both Pigeon Forge and Gallery. Yes, definitely. Everybody say hello and thumbs up to Crisco. Please do that. Help my buddy out. Help a brother out. Help out. Larry Green. Good night, all, Larry. Thanks for joining us. Oh, my goodness. Everybody say hello to Crisco, please. Kathy, they put a hands down. Sorry, should have explained. Oh, okay. I was washing dishes standing on a chair from very young and washing clothes since I could reach the top of the wash. I can understand that, Mary. I can understand that. I was raised in a home. You did everything. I had to make my bed in the morning and change my own sheets. Um, I didn't have to cook my own food. My mother cooked, and I learned from grandma how to cook. My mother wasn't the best of cooks. She could cook, but she wasn't the best of cooks. Grandma was a great cook, and I learned my craft from grandma. And she was a great, great cook. A typical, if you came to see grandma, it didn't matter what time it was, morning, noon, or night, doesn't matter. When you came in, she goes, "Oh, you're looking too skinny. You're looking too skinny, big as a house. It was, oh, you're looking like you're losing a weight. What's the matter for you? Come on, sit down. What's the matter for you? Come on, come on, come on, come on, munge, munge, munge." And she'd whip up this this gigantic meal. Go, "Grandma, what are you doing? Oh, you look famished." Oh, and she had a very heavy accent, and she'd cook for us. I love that woman dearly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a hairy Italian. I can't help it. I mean, I just shaved and it's back. You saw it the other day. I had hardly any beard and all it's back. I can't help it. It's not growing on my head though. Isn't that funny? Grows on my face. It's like, what the heck? What's going on here? Don't you guys talk? Don't you guys have discussions? So you're gonna talk, Jeff and Tootsie. Everyone's so funny. Yes, everyone. I love the sense of humor, you guys. Tom Man says, Jeff, I'm 79 and can still iron a shirt. That's excellent. 79. I'm right behind you, Tom. It's I can still iron because I used to have to iron my clothes when I worked in New York City. I would have I had the white collar, and it had to be sharp. It had to be very starched and had the double-breasted suits, almost always black. Always have worn black. I mean, you rarely see me without black on. If you see me without black, that's really a rarity. But I always wore the double-breasted suits, and sometimes the cummerbund it would go with the outfit and stuff. And but I always look sharp. Always look sharp. Mary Max, nope, nothing for pain. They don't give pain. Yeah, I know. Now it's the other. Before they couldn't prescribe them quick enough for you. They'd go through a whole pad. They take an inch pad and go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Yeah, oh, you look like you use that too. Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Is this something for a club foot? Sure, we'll give you that. Yeah, I know. They were handing them out like candy. Not anymore. They don't. They get sued all the time. Primo Stoker grew up in a very poor hood. Friends went clothesline shopping. Yeah, you do what you got to do, Primo. And I understand that. That's why be thankful where we are because it could be worse. I mean, if you get a chance, go on YouTube and look up how the Chinese people live, and it'll bring tears to your eyes. These people live in shacks, and the the apartments they live in are no bigger than maybe your bathroom and your bedroom. That's it. And they're stuck there and they have little to no amenities. I mean, for the most part, they don't have a refrigerator like you have a refrigerator. Running water is usually dirty water. Heat, no heat. They don't pump heat into those places. No. It's very sad. They keep them in poverty and they keep them stupid because then, if your nose is to the grindstone working all the time, you can't rise up. There's no time for dissension among the ranks. And they took away, years ago, They took away all their guns, like they're trying to do here. All right, they're trying to take away all your guns, and I got a problem with that because if you can't shoot rabbits, you can't shoot fascists. Hmm? Remember that. If you can't shoot rabbits, you can't shoot fascists. I'm having a good Barry Cooper. How are you, Barry? Yeah, I'm having a great time. Also, yeah, it's supporting child labor, DJ. You're 100% correct. That's the problem. You got to be careful. Adidas, Nike, and all of those they're communist owned, and you're supporting that. When you buy that, you're supporting that. You're supporting the overthrow of your own government. That's pretty scary stuff. Stacy, thanks for heads up on Nike. I know a lot of people don't know that, and when they moved, I used to be very radical. And you're probably going, really? I didn't know that. You're such a quiet guy. He was such a quiet guy. I'm on the roof. No. I was very radical in my young days. I spoke out, and when there was some injustice, I'd be the first one up there screaming and yelling and snatching people by their hair. I was not. I was not a good boy. If there was injustice, I'd be the first guy in there doing kicking some serious butt. I remember. Oh, this goes back. That brought back a painful memory. Well, really not painful for me. Painful for the guy. It was in junior high, and this bully kept picking on this guy. And I'll just go. I'll just his first name is Philip, and I didn't know Philip real well, but Philip was a quiet guy, and he played piano, and he happens to be a really damn good pianist now, and he's got albums and stuff. But I'm not going to say his last name. But he always got picked on, always. Um, he was skinny little runty little kid, in junior high. That's how all the boys kind of looked, except for you know, the jocks. They're walking around. Hey man, look at my muscles, man. Me and Muffy and Buffy. And I didn't hang out with that crowd. I definitely, I was those days. I was in the hairband days. I mean, I had lots of hair, ponytails, earrings, and stuff like that. No facial hardware, but I did have earrings, and always had round glasses. Always, 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 always. All my pictures of me in my round glasses. And they were picking on this guy, and it always bothered me in school. And I didn't want to get thrown out of school because I know my temper, but I finally had enough. And they kept giving this poor guy wedgies, and they were pushing his head in the toilet, and I felt so bad one day. And the couple of these guys, there were three, but two in particular, were hassling him. So in the bathroom, the poor guy had to go to the bathroom, and they always followed him in the bathroom, and they do these terrible, horrible things to him. And these were the um, trying to come up with a these were the wise guys. The folded up T-shirt with the pack of cigarettes and hey man, hey man, you mess with me. And I never bothered anybody. I was not like that. I kept to myself, but people stayed away from me. I had a lot of friends, but that crowd stayed away from me. And I saw Philip going to the bathroom. I was walking down the hall. Philip went into the bathroom, and those two monkeys, those two wrench heads, went in there. And I'm going, oh, Lord, give me strength. Help me out here because I know what they're going to do to this poor kid. He always came out crying, and it just broke my heart to see that. So I followed after the Dorco twins went in the bathroom. I waited a second. I just wanted to make sure. I want to hear if everything was cool. I wasn't going to go in there with guns blazing, but I heard them hassling him. So I went in there and I go, "What are you doing?" And it was the typical, "What's it to you? What's it to you? What you?" Because they all kind of talk like that because it's from New York and they're all like pointing at me. And I just said, "Look, that's just a little guy there. And why are the two of you hassling this guy? What's it to you, man? You're going to do something." Well, the first guy there, Mr. Curly Blocks, I popped him right in the throat. I remember I just popped him right in the throat. He went, and I remember he fell backwards. And his other jerko friend there came at me, and we swung a little bit. And he's such an idiot. He's like a big gamoot. What do you call that? A jamoke. he's real slow swinging, so I was able to just back away and stuff. And he came around one time, and I threw him into the wall. He hit he hit the ground face down, and he started to get up, and I kicked him so hard because I was so mad from all this time they hurt this poor guy. And this guy Philip was standing in the corner. He was like that. He had his books and his white shirt, and I really felt bad for him. But I was mad. I was really mad. And the guy was getting up, and I'm assuming he was getting up to try to kick my ass. So I swift kicked him in the ass, and I broke his pelvis. I mean, I shattered his pelvis. And he's, oh God, oh man, mommy, mommy. He was screaming for his mother and stuff. So I grabbed him by his hair and I said, listen, MF, you go near this guy again, and that's the beginning of what I'm going to do to you. You tell that to your little freak friend over there. And from that day on, they left Philip alone, and they never, when they saw me coming down the hall, they veered off because all I had to do was just look at them, and they knew that I was not liking them. And that's the story. But somebody had to do something because I felt bad for this guy, and no one else did anything. No, the jocks didn't and stuff. And I'm not a violent guy. I'm not an angry guy. I'm not a mean person. But I have no problem getting in the throes of things when I see somebody being hurt. Doesn't bother me at all. You did have crawfish, you son of a gun. I was thinking of you. See that? Pardon Will. Hey again. Have catch up on the chats. Okay, you do that. I'm just running my mouth. Hello, Crisco, Teresa Edwards. Hello, hello. Hey, Stacy. Portland's a pretty area. Portland used to be a pretty area. Depressed, high suicide rates, very poor now. Overrun with the BLMs and the other wackos out there, and we need to do something about that. There's just something wrong with society right now. Its head's not screwed on right. Vacation Station, Pam Barberton from Nebraska. I love your state. Thank you. I love your state. You love my videos. Thank you. Jeff and Tootsie Camping. Hello, Barb and Bill. Good people, Barb and Bill. Really good people. Go to Michelle's Tasty Dishes. Michelle, what'd you cook this weekend for Memorial Day? I'm interested. Hit that subscribe. Thank you. And to you too. Michelle's Tasty Dishes. She makes some really cool stuff. And if you happen to be diabetic, Michelle's Tasty Dishes makes some sugar-free stuff. Didn't you just make a key lime? No, it wasn't key lime. It was something else that was sugar-free. It looked good. It looked really good. I can't remember what it was. Tressa Edwards, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Charles Beauvais, just like a DC. Mary Max, uh, when I went on cruises and went off the beaten path, see how people, yes, yes, yes. Oh, that reminds me of another story. Outside the tourist areas, amazing how people live. You appreciate what. Yes, go ahead. She's still cooking. Yes, my love.
Which one does taste like original pizza?
Pizza
Original
sauce
tomato
will
sauce.
be more tangy, not like a marinara. It would be more like sauce, but with a tang to it. But that's okay because it tastes actually very good. And that would be more like Italian sauce. You can mix the two. I do them often, and they taste good. We're talking about sauce. Yes. Today on Ask Jeff, what sauces should you use?
So
See, she's
should I?
looking at these here, and
I
she's making chicken, and you can
okay.
use this. This is Hunt's, and this is your Italian herb, garlic and herb. And what I like to mix sometimes is you put these in if you want the pizza sauce, because this is tangy, and this is more like traditional. You put them together, and they go, oh, oh,
Together.
yeah, yeah, it'll taste good. Put 2 tablespoons of sugar. Take the acid out. If
What
you guys get agita, sugar in the freezer,
what does it taste like then?
regular sauce,
Regular sauce.
regular Italian sauce. That tastes like what you'd get on a pizza.
Is that like traditional?
Yes, it's like traditional. Okay. If you get agita, upset stomach, when you eat tomato sauce, you put sugar in your sauce. Okay. If anybody makes tomato sauce, you put 2 tablespoons of sugar in a normal pot of sauce or gravy, depending on what you call it. It takes away the acid, and it works every time. I don't. I do play piano. I play piano, um, bass guitar. Not really good on six string. I can, but I'm not really good because I'm lefty. I'm lefty, and they wouldn't teach me lefty. The teacher that was there wouldn't. I can't can't remember his name. I gotta see his hair. Never understood why somebody would watch something just to hit thumbs down. Believe me, Jeff, without fail, I'm sure you go to my video right now, there'll be at least two, and it's always within 10, 15 minutes, two thumbs down. That's okay. They're freaks. Those people are freaks. Uh, you're the belly button. Vinny. Hey, Vinny. How, Vinny, what, obviously Italiano. Are you Siciliano or Napolitano? What are you? I'm Siciliano. Full, both sides. Key lime. That's it. Key lime and lemonade, sugar-free pies. That's it. The lemonade. That looks so good, Michelle. That looks so good. I've never had lemonade pie. I'm trying to get her to make that stuff, but she wants to make all the Asian stuff, and it's I don't want squid. I don't want eyes. She ate the eyes. We were at Sakura, and they've got fried fish now. They actually, they cook the fish, the whole fish, which is what Asians do. And the first thing she ate was the eyes. Oh my God! Oh, the eyes. And she enjoys them too. I sat down and I go, "Where are the eyes?" She goes, "I ate them. Masarap. Masarap means very delicious in Tagalog. Masarap." And I go, "Oh, you ate the eye. Oh, God." And the lips. She eats the lips too. Did you know that? Yeah. And the cheeks. Yeah. Oh, Mary Max, I'm diabetic. I have to, yes, check out, please go to Michelle's Tasty Dishes. Let her know. Michelle, when you see Mary Max Cats, let her know because you're on here together. And check it out because she does a lot of good diabetic stuff. Thank you, Jeff. And agree, Jeff and Tootsie. Hi, Marie. Thank you. Barb and Bill, very good people, super people. Thank you, Barb and Bill. Wow. Just your 2 cents. That's not worth much today. Grilled barbecue pork chops. Ooh, pasta salad this weekend. That sounds good, Michelle. I can't have too much pork, but I like it. I can't have too much. It raises heck with my gout. If I eat too much protein, I get gout. And it's not just in the feet, it'll go in my elbows and sometimes my fingers. So I have to be very, and this only happened after I was like 45. My God, before that, I could eat a whole pig and nothing would happen. And often I did, often I did, but not anymore. Oh, you're a lefty too. Yeah, I was forced to be righty. I can write with my right hand and my left hand, and often I do. I use both my hands equally as good. But when I was in school, it's the devil's hand for BS. You know how it is. The old people, it's a devil child. No, I'm not. No, but they made me write with my right hand, and I could never find. Do you remember the desks in school that were kind of like an upside down J. You sat on them and they would be like the style of your arm. They never had a lefty side, and I tell the teacher, what's the deal? Why isn't there one for us lefties? What's that you say, Mister Smarty Pants? Go to the principal. And I asked the principal. I said, I just asked a question. I'm a lefty, and you don't have any lefty desk here. Well, there's only less than 10% of you in the school. But I said, but there still is 10% of us in the school. And it was like, call your mother. Call your father. Tell them to come and pick you up. It's a day off of school. The eyes have it. Barb and Bill, the eyes have it. There's a there's a magazine with my eyes. When I was younger, I had much more expressive eyes, and I had it was a gecko, a large. I'm sorry, not a gecko, a Nile lizard, a large Nile lizard, and and I was like that, and he was there. We were both looking at the camera, and there's a picture. I have it somewhere, and it says the eyes have it. He was staring at the camera, and I'm staring at the camera. That's some magazine article on that. The weather here in Boone, beautiful place, has put a damper on the weekend, cold and wet. I love that place. Dave Creeley, you're new here. Hello. This is, DC Vlogs LSU on a different account. Hi, Dave. Good. Now I know your name. Hi, it's nice to meet you, Dave. But I know you already. Michelle Stacy just sub to your channel. There you go. But I swear if you cook cicadas, I'm done. No, no, they're not for cooking. They're for listening to and running over with your car. I haven't heard any up here. This cold weather slows them down, just like the what do you call them? They're lightning bugs, the fireflies. They're not normally they're here around the cabin, and I see them blinking, but I haven't seen them for days now because the weather's been so freaky. So I haven't seen any of the lightning bugs. Brady, you're lefty too. How about that? Oh, lefty here, Philip. Look at that. We're taking over the world. Did they ever tell you that you have like a debt to the devil? That's what the Italians, they go like that. It's so stupid. All these superstitions. The Filipinos have a ton of superstitions. Oh, speaking of that, we were watching a horror movie. Now, Miss Marie is on this horror movie kick, okay? And we were watching. It's like a spin. Oh, it's not a spin-off. It's actually like the latest um, Conjuring. It's something says something about the devil or something about that. And it's one of the Conjuring movies. And there's this lady. I guess the lady in the Conjuring. She's like a nun, but she's dead, and she kills things and all that stuff. Um, I, I can't remember. It was some Spanish name that they called her, but I call her La Lasagna. That's all I can remember. It just rhymed that. But she was like La La Luza ba 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 whatever. But I called her La Lasagna. Well, after the movie was over, and it was around 1 o'clock in the morning, I said, "Come on, it's time for bed. Let's go." And so I was shutting off the TV and turning off everything, check the doors on. I said, turn on the security system. And so I'm going downstairs because the master bedroom's on the first floor. So I just go downstairs and get ready. Well, she was still up here on the second floor, and she was so scared. I heard her running down the stairs. I mean, I go, why'd you come down the stairs so fast? I said, La Lasagna is after you. And she goes, don't say that. Don't say. I think I saw her right there. I said, honey, she's not up there. It's no such thing. It's Hollywood. There is no La Lasagna anywhere. So now, when you see Miss Marie, ask her, have you seen La Lasagna? I know that's not the right name, but she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. La Lasagna. She'll get a kick out of that. She was so funny. Are you warming up the truck? No, I hate the truck battery. I hate the truck. I drive it real well now. I mean, I zing in and out and stuff. It's just not me. It's just too big. It's I want my Subaru, and I wish they'd hurry up and fix it so I can get rid of it and get a new one. It's that's a pretty bird. Yes. Um, it's so big and such a gas hog. My goodness, I used almost a half a tank going up to Gatlinburg and just kind of, being in the traffic and coming home. And I go, this is ridiculous. I just put $25 in the tank. I down in Pigeon Forge, I put $25 in, and I'm back down almost empty. I'm going, this is ridiculous. So no, I want my Subaru Sport, with the 6 cylinder. Nope, never had a lefty desk. Yeah, it's something else, isn't it? They really frowned upon that. So they made me write righty. They made me do a lot. I still throw a ball. I do a lot of work and stuff with my right hand and my left hand. And like when I'm cooking, I'm doing two things at once. That's one thing that I have to give them credit for. They force me to use both sides of my brain because I can prepare things and I can watch TV and prepare two things at once and have no problem with that. That's why playing instruments really came easy to me. We have thousands of cicadas where I live. Dude next door loves to cook. No, I'm sorry. No, that's like eating a roach. No, that's not. No, no. It's literally. Come on, there's some things I just won't eat. But you might as well just like wake up in the middle of the night and scoop up all those roaches under your stove and throw them in the fry pan. It's disgusting. The cicadas, they're bugs. Oh, I mean, I'm sure, you were starving to death to eat them because they're protein, but, there's Wendy's up the street. I don't need to eat a cicada or go to McDonald's. I think I saw it on TV. Mex cicada, right? Not Mex, Mex cicada. It's a tasty little sandwich with little bugs sticking out. Da 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 da. No cicadas. Thanks for subscribing. I try to make sugar-free items at least once a week. I do some keto and then the not do healthy dishes also. Yeah, you do some stuff that's not healthy, but I love you for it because I love them. Yeah, yeah. Michelle says, I do most things with my right hand, but I can only write with my left. That's just a training thing, Michelle. It's all just, um, it was real difficult. I remember this. When I first picked up a pen, try it. Try. For you righties out there, you people, try to pick up a pen with your left hand and try to write. I'm sure you've done it as a kid, but try. You see how your brain, they don't talk. They're not on speaking terms. This side's not on speaking terms with this side. You know what I mean? And once you get it in your head, try. It took me a while when I was younger, but I can now. Of course, my writing in my right hand is not as neat and clean as my left hand, but I could still sign and do stuff with my right hand. But a lot of people, you try using your other hand and you're totally useless. But you should try because what that does is it rewires your brain and it makes you much more alert. You really want to throw yourself for a loop. When you get up in the morning, to tell you how habitual you are, such a creature of habit, try doing things different. You like when you're putting on your shoes, you always either put on the right shoe or the left shoe. You really want to screw up your day, reverse that. So if you put on your left shoe first, put on your right shoe and watch how your day tail spins from that from that point on. It just tail spins because you've thrown your creature comfort way. You're so used to doing things out of habit. Watch that, and then learn how to do things completely different, and you'll see that you just become smarter much quicker because you're making your brain work. Do you do comfort food, Michelle? Oh yes, she does. Oh yes, she does. Mary Max says, I saw cicadas. Michelle's seen articles. They just no, I'm no, yeah, I'm green. That makes me sick. Hi there, little one. How are you? Here, look. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? What you doing? What you doing? Say hello. Say hello. That's Skinny Minnie. Hi, Skinny Minnie. That's Skinny Minnie. There's Skinny Minnie. She's so skinny. Just one of the many raccoons. She's playing with the rocking chair now. Skinny Minnie. My hubby did the cicada video because I was filming them. He filmed, I edited. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, the bird. That's a little warbler. It's a little bird too. He's just a little chubby little thing, but they're real friendly up here. Here comes another one. Where you going, honey? Another raccoon. They're all coming up. You and Miss Marie watched the movie Insidious. I've seen it. Yeah, that's the. She doesn't like all the. What's the matter here? She doesn't like all the bloody ones. Here you go, sweetheart. Look. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. 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 Yeah, they're cool. Those are my little buddies. My little buddies. Street Rider Willie's kid, hello to you. The Harvey Five. Hello, Harvey Five. Thanks for joining us tonight. No bug eating on my channel. Thank you, because it is a bug. Okay. Well, technically, so is a shrimp because it's got an exoskeleton. Anything that has an exoskeleton is part of the bug family, i.e., crabs, lobster. Basically, they're big bugs, but they're tasty, aren't they? I mean, look, if roaches tasted like lobster, I'd be under the stove nightly eating them. But have you ever stepped on a roach and smell it? Oh, what a stench comes out of those little things. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Jeff and Tootsie Camping said, well, the camping neighbor has cooked trout and invited me over. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you go on. You on go on now. Go ahead. You go do that. That fresh trout's got to be good. Primo Stoker, do you grill out much? Yeah, I've got. Um, I can grill steak and stuff, and the bears don't bother. When she does fish, that attracts the bears. They love that smell of fish. Yeah. Rosie comes right up. I'm not too worried about Rosie. It's some of the other ones that I would. I told her, I said, don't be lingering out there. Vinny, jeez, Jeff thought I was the only one that felt the way. I did something out of my routine. No, no, it'll throw you for a loop. For a while, I had maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. Remember, I had a problem with my arm, my elbow, and I couldn't use my left hand at all. I mean, it hurt. I had it in a bandage and a sling, so I had to. And I haven't done this in a long time. I had to wash my face, brush my teeth with my right hand, and I tried putting the brush in my mouth. I stuck myself in the eye. It went up my nose. I go, what the heck? What the hell? I'm 67 years old. I can't brush my own teeth now. Great, great. What's next? I'm gonna start drooling and peeing all over myself. So, um, and then after a couple of days, it was no problem. I mean, I picked it right up. My brain rewired itself real quick, and no problem. But try it tonight. When try to do something completely different, and you go, "Wow, I didn't realize that." Yeah, yeah. You get into such a habit. Michelle's tasty dishes. I played softball. I used my left to catch and my threw with my right. Yeah, that's exactly how. Excuse me. I catch with my left hand and I throw with my right. I would golf with my right and I played hockey with my right, but that's what threw the guys off when I played hockey because I'd be going down the ice right-handed, and all of a sudden I'd flip it on my left, and they would just spin. They would just spin on the ice because they didn't know what to do. Because not many, you do things. A lot of people bat righty. I can bat lefty or righty, and I'd screw the pitcher up all the time like that because I'd get up and I would, I'd take my stance and I'd swing the bat and I'd come back lefty and he threw him off completely and always threw me a slow ball and I knocked that thing right out. You use those things for your advantage. Barb and Bill, uh, by Jeff and Tootsie. Enjoy the trout. Yes, 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 yes. Be careful. Oh, raccoons, they're harm. I can't get rabies. I have prophylactic rabies. I got the shots, so I can't. I don't worry about. But they've never bit me. Never, ever, ever, ever. Not of all. Oh my goodness! In 5 years, I've maybe seen close to 100 raccoons up here. Never. They're all very gentle with me. It's all about how you treat them. They treat you back, and I've got no problem with them. They're pretty cool. Michelle states it. Bye, Jeff and Tootsie. Yes, bye, Tootsie. It's always good to see you guys. Um, what else was going on in my crazy little world? Trying to think what else I'm gonna do. Um, I'm redoing some stuff up on the third floor, the library. So because I want to get ahead of it before the winter comes in, because that's where we do our show from up there. And now that I can edit up there, I really like that. And I'll be running the wires. I got the cable. I got everything I need, and I'll be running the wires up there, and so that we could go live up there, umbilical cord wise. I already did the other computers. I've done the second floor and downstairs on the first floor. I do have to reshuffle everything in the basement. I finished the basement when we bought the place. It wasn't finished, and you probably heard this. It was all rock. It was cave and rock. I mean, it was really rough. There was nothing down there. It was just, I mean, rock, not sand, rock, big as boulders all over the place. And I finally got them down, and finished the basement completely. And that waterproofed all the walls. It's nice and bright white. I've got rows of LED lights going all the way to the other end. So when you walk, open the door, you hit it, and the place lights up like a stadium. There's no shadows in there at all. And I blocked up the cave because there was a cave on in the dungeon. That's why I called it the dungeon, because where typical. There are these big rocks, and as you look down, there's a cave, and it went back into the side. And I crawled back in there once. There's nothing in there. A whole bunch of chests full of gold and diamonds and dead bodies and pirates with swords through them and stuff. But I just blocked it all up. There's nothing in there. It was dark, dank, and that's all sealed up now. So whatever was in there, if there was anything, is safe, and it's not coming into my house. So let's see. There's nothing. I checked out this weekend. There's really nothing going on in the Smokies this weekend that's um, as big as Memorial. Nothing near that that big. A lot of little shows at the Heritage Center. They're having the concert series, and that's always good if you're coming up. Check it out. They always have good artists up there, and they're good. Oh, I could smell Miss Marie's cooking. She was really hungry, and I felt bad I didn't get home in time to cook dinner. But I normally, I cook. I usually, when she comes home, there's something, or she likes to prepare something along with my something. She likes having, most people cook like one thing, you know, fried chicken, let's say, fried chicken, and then a vegetable, and maybe something, another vegetable or something. Oh no, she's got to have three or four different things, and she will go. She gets into one of her cooking modes. She'll cook three or four different dishes, especially Asian dishes, and then she'll sit right there and she'll take a little of this one and a little of that one, a little of this, a little of that, and then she'll put them in Tupperware, throw them in the refrigerator. And I don't know, she just likes that. That's why she likes Sakura. They were packed yesterday. And when I walk in, Helen and Jackie, they're the owners. They go, "Hey, Jeff, Marie, how are you? Oh. They're so friendly with us now because so many people have come in and said, "Oh yeah, Jeff and Marie sent us," and the place was packed. There wasn't. In fact, I couldn't find a parking spot. I had to wait. I drove around and wait for someone to pull out before I could pull the Detroit Chrome Mountain in. And that's never happened to me before. Never, ever happened to me before. They're doing very good. And the food was delicious. Absolutely. And they're so kind to us. We've done them a world of good, and they've done me a world of good by keeping me fed. So I'm very happy. Oh, goodness. Pam Barberton, your critters are so cute. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, they come. This is about the time they all start coming up. That's why I keep looking that way because I'll see how many's down there. Because every once in a while, Rosie will be right there. It's like, or sometimes it's not Rosie, it's Rodney or the killer bear, and then I have to like, um, usually what I usually squeal like a schoolgirl, and then I soil my pants, and then I shuffle off very slowly into the cabin because that's what I have to do. There's been a couple of times there's been some really big bears that come up here, and I don't like them, because I don't know them. I know Rosie really well, so I don't have any problem with Rosie. She doesn't bother me. I don't bother her. Rodney's a little unpredictable sometimes, but he's not mean or anything. But there was that one bear that came up here that literally scared me to death. I was scared. It was so big. You can see. There, I'll turn it this way. Now you see there. You see that rail over there? Can you see that rail? The bear's back was equal with that rail, and I'm not joking. I'm not lying. It was equal with that rail, and it filled up. Its length was from where you can see all the way to the end, to there. It filled up that whole from what you see there. It just darkened that whole area. That's scary big. And I did not like that at all. How often do bears come up to your porch? Almost every night. I think that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't. I'm used to it. I don't have any problem. I see they had a fight last night. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that crooked one? The raccoon. Can you see? Oh, okay. You can't see that. There's a crooked one. I got to go out there and fix that one. There was another. There's another raccoon right there. What you doing? What you doing, honey? Come here. Come and say hello. He's shy. I got to fix that one. I heard them fighting, and they get rambunctious, And I got to fix that one now. Another thing for me to do, right? The raccoons are so cute. Is Rosie? Rosie, yeah, she was last night. She was up. I saw her last night. She just comes up when she wants to come up, and that's fine. She doesn't bother. I mean, If I sat here, I know her well enough. She would come right up. She would be right next to me, and she'd just be just sniffing around, and then she turns and she goes away. I mean, they're not. One thing, bears don't like human flesh. It's not like on their. They see you, and they put on a napkin and they have a knife and a fork, like on the cartoons, or they look at you like a smoking turkey with the things on your feet. No, 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 they don't like human flesh. Hi, Paul. How are you? I'm in Holland, Michigan today. What are you doing up in Holland? We're both doing fine. Miss Marie's cooking her dinner, and she was tired, so I don't even think she showered yet. Everybody say hello to Mr. Paul. All about the Smokies. How are you, Bob? I talked about you the other day because people are asking about breakfast, and I said, man, the man who knows everything about breakfast in this town is Bob from All About the Smokies. And if you get a chance, go to his channel right now, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, and check out where he's been and what he's done. If you want a good review on restaurants, good or bad. Now, of course, according to his taste, but his taste, I mean, Bob, yours are pretty much in sync with mine, where bad is bad and good is good. Okay, and it's pretty, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. When something's bad, it's bad, and he'll tell you. He won't pull the punches. There's a lot of tubers out there that will BS you, and they'll tell you it's good, but it's not. And that's why I'm not big into the restaurant things. Once in a while, when Miss Marie and I go out, I'll take the camera and I got the phone and I'll shoot the thing, but that's not my thing. But if it's good, I want you to know about it. And same with Bob. If it's good, he's going to him and Miranda will tell you it's good. And I think Miranda's more picky than you are, if I'm not wrong, right? She's definitely picky, which is good in when it comes to restaurants because if you're so laid back that you kind of accept it, But if you don't like it, she's just going to tell you I don't like it, and that's good. I like that. I respect that because you're paying hard-earned money and you expect a good meal, and you don't want to get ripped off or be told it's going to be this and then it's not. It's that. And then, that's why I don't eat a lot. Everybody say hi to Bob, the Harvey Five. Say hello to Bob. Check out all about the Smokies. I haven't checked out what you've done. I know I had a couple of your videos the other day, and I haven't seen what you guys have been up to the last day or two. It's been crazy with Memorial Day and other stuff that I'm doing. There's private stuff that I'm doing. I'm always up to something. Yeah, everybody say hello to Bob and Miranda. Adventure with Chris. You new to me. We'll be in the Pigeon Forge area June 5th through the 13th. It's my wife and I 9-year anniversary. Ninth. What would be good restaurant to go? There's a lot of good restaurants. Depends on what you want. What first of all, the real question is what does your wife like? Not necessarily what you like. What does your wife like? And then from there we can narrow it down because it's not about you. Trust me on this. It's what your wife likes. Okay. Say hello to Adventures with Chris. Check out his channel, and I will check it out as well. And like, comment, and subscribe. Mary Max Cat says, "So a massive bear on Roaring Fork Motor Trail a couple of years ago. People were getting too close. Yeah, that's not smart. We jumped in the car and best charged up to the hill at someone who had their little dog. Oh yeah, they'll eat those little dogs. That's a snack. That's an hors d'oeuvre. Listen, bear is a bear. Okay, it's not a dog. It's not a cat. Keep your kids away from them because your kids, especially got little munchkins, they're tasty little treats, not tasty dishes from the shell. These are tasty treats. Don't go up to them. Stay away from them. And then, for goodness sakes, when they do eat your children, it's your own fault because you were stupid. Okay? Stay away from them when you're in Cades Cove. That's why I stay away from Cades Cove because there's a lot of stupid people going to Cades Cove and they get out of their cars and they go running through the fields to get a better. We got to get a better picture of the bear. Go on up there, Muffy, and give it a cookie. Give it a cookie. That's right, closer. Oh, where'd Muffy go? Let's just call it one less egg to fry. Okay, Bosco, your turn. It's like, stay away from the bear. to wild animal. Dumbasses. Really, some of you are so dumb. Not you guys. You know who I'm talking about. The dumbos there, the bozos that, oh, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. You might as well hang a pork chop from your neck. That's probably the smartest thing you could do. Oh, goodness. Mary Mexican. Bear, not best. I told you. I can see the time. That's her one eye. You got a one eye. I've done that more, more times than I can remember. Hi, Bob and Rand, all about the Smokies. Yes, Barb and Bill. Good people. Good people. Beer Belly Dave, how are you, my friend? Our May trip, this is Bob. Our May trip made me like Cades Cove even less. Isn't that funny? I hadn't even read this yet, Bob, did I? And then any bear people park right in the, what did I just say? Right in the lane, waited in line an hour and a half. Oh, goodness gracious. I know, Bob. That's why I don't go to Cades Cove. That's why you haven't seen me do a video in there, what, 7, 8 months? Because it's just stupid people. Stupid people. They do park right in the middle of the road and they get their phones out and they go, okay, come on, kids, let's go. Come on, Muffy. Come on. Yeah, it's like, hey, there's 400 cars behind you. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Get out of the road. Just get the heck out of the road. Stupid people. And then when they get chased, where are you going to go? You're not going to outrun a bear. Leave the women and children behind. Run for your lives. Unbelievable. Oh my God, those folks do that are ridiculous. Yes, I know. They get their kids out of the car. Michelle, that's crazy. It's like they're dangling the kids in front of the bear. The bear knows two things. Eat, no, three things. Eat, crap, and sleep. That's all they do. They eat, they crap, they sleep. They don't love you. They don't want to be hugged by you. Yeah, I know. And I hate seeing those idiots too. I know exactly. Someone took a huge no, I took a huge RV through there and blocked the road because they all got out to look. Yeah, they really frown on RVs going through Cades Cove. I heard rumor they're going to be changing things in Cades Cove, and it's going to be a kind of like a lottery system and or what do you call it, reservation system. And I think that's a good idea because what's going to happen, someone's going to get killed, someone's going to get attacked, and then they're going to have to euthanize that bear. And it's out of stupidity from some city slicker going up there thinking, let's go ride the bear. No, you're not going to ride the bear. The bear's going to claw you to death. That's what's going to happen to you, bozo. And they're talking serious about it already now. By the way, on if I think it's right after this week, Wednesdays, no motor vehicles, no motor vehicles in Cades Cove. Only biking, as in pedaling, not broom broom, biking and walking, hiking, walking, running is, and I don't mean running like, hi, we're running. It's like, oh my God, I'm being chased. That kind of running. And and I think they should do that more. I know that it affects the tourism, but you got to think about people's well-being and the fact that the animals' well-being too. What is this? Now I got to eat it now.
No,
What? Oh, tasting
it's
it. Well, bring it over here. She's made something. No, 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 no. You don't spill it on me. Bring me the dish. No.
salty.
Okay, we'll find out. No, this is something that Miss
No,
Marie. Stop. And the raccoon one. Don't stamp down there. Well, this is something Miss Marie made. It's got
they have
chicken. Is that potatoes?
yeah.
The
I mean,
potatoes.
just taste the salty.
No, it's good. It's chicken with, and you can't see that. Chicken, potatoes, carrots, onion. It's tasty. It's got sauce in it. Keep the raccoon wants it. There's the raccoon. It's following Miss Marie. Miss Marie's still cooking. And here comes the skinny mini. Hi, skinny mini. Hello, sweetheart. This skinny mini. Hello, sweetie. Want to say hello? Say hello. 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 Skinny mini. They look out all the time. Skinny mini. You never, for any animal, if you need to know this, being I've raised so many animals, you never put your hands out for the fingers to be bitten. You do that. You let them smell this area of your hand. Can you see that? You tuck your fingers like that and make believe that's a nose. And you let them, they won't bite you there. But if you stick out your hand, they're going to grab it. Duh. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, I'll give you this marshmallow. Don't bite me. You know, dumbasses. Haven't been Mary Max Cats. Haven't been a couple of years. Oh my God. I, I've sat there like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I used to see people do this all the time in Yellowstone. Yeah, that's right. It's insane. Absolutely insane. What's scary is that these people, these stupid people, have children. They're breeding, and they're breeding stupid children too. Because you know, if they're stupid, the kids are stupid, right? So you're breeding this whole generation of nutcases. Maybe they, yeah, maybe they should tie some pork chops on their neck, cull the herd a little bit. They're definitely diluting the gene pool. Thank you, Brenda. It's just my very warped sense of humor, being on this planet for so long. The Harvey Five. Bob, that's the exact reason why we never go there anymore. See that? Took an entire half a day to. Oh, I'm so sorry, the Harvey Five. That's not unusual now. Half the day to get through the loop because if everybody parking in the middle of the road, that's why they're going to change things. And I think it's for the better. I think if they do it for reservations, then you have to go through the effort of making your reservations, just like you make your reservations for your hotel or your dinner theaters and things like that, and then they can control the traffic because people converge, and and it's unfortunate because like when I know the Jeepers like this, the Jeep when the Jeep Fest is in town, they all do like last year they do Cades Cove. Now the cool thing about them is they don't stop. They just go in and they drive and then they go out. I mean, they're not there to look around. They're there to see Cades Cove, show off their Jeeps, and then they're gone. Um, but when the tourists come in, like you had said, they come in and they stop in the middle of the road and they stay there and they don't care how long the line is. They're going to get their photo come hell or high water because it's all about them. Don't like it. Kathy, hi Bob, Miranda. Really enjoy your village. You got to check out all about the Smokies. I was on the phone, call to help decide how to reduce traffic, but there, lots of good suggestions. Yeah, if we just, if we based the people with something tasty, go, oh look, I think there's a bear and $100 bill over there. Why don't you go see? Then one less tourist. They don't have enough rangers. Well, do you know what rangers make? My goodness, they're making like in the low 20s. Those poor people, guys and gals, man, they got to put up with all the stupidity of people, and they don't get paid enough for it. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is nuts. William Wiley, how are you? You're a new name to me. Really enjoy those 50s black and white family movies where people walk around the bears in Cades Cove and feed them a sandwich in the photo. Yeah, yeah, I actually saw those too. I'm glad that they've stopped that because they're destined to get attacked. And in this, The climate of the way things are. It's such a litigious society. Everybody, you're going to you're going to lose two or three of your children because you gave them peanut butter sandwiches to hand the bear, and the bear ate the sandwiches, and the kids, Susie and Sally, ate them, and then you sue the state. Well, you were the stupid one that gave them the sandwiches, you dumbass. You should have had a sandwich yourself and took a hike out there. Dumb. I'm glad you find that funny, Michelle and Mary Mac. It's just there's just so many stupid people breeding. There must be something in the water. I don't know, but it's sad. You know. Today, what happened? Going to was it going to Gatlinburg? This person just, and I was videotaping. It may actually still be on the video. We're driving up the highway now. It's 45 miles an hour, and it's only two lanes. It's everybody's. They stopped. They stopped. They just stopped the car. They were from Indiana, and I'm on the Detroit Grove Mountain. The thing is like an ocean liner going down the road. And all of a sudden, I see this car just stop. He's in the left lane. He just stops, and my car is it's getting closer. I see the back of the car. I mean, if I didn't hit the brakes, I wouldn't have stopped till I hit the guy's radio. I just would have crunched him like an accordion, and just stopped in the middle. There was nowhere to turn. Why are you stopping for? That's dumb. That's dumb. I couldn't believe that car came up so cool. Because I'm cruising. I'm driving. I'm getting a nosebleed from being so high up in the air. And this car is all of a sudden getting really close. And oh my God, this idiot stopped in the middle of the road. And it was not, I didn't see a bear or anything. And it came right up to his ass. Literally, if I didn't stop, I wouldn't have stopped till I hit his radio. It just would have just crushed him. Dumb people. So if it's that you out there, Indiana, hike out of here. Go somewhere else. Vinny, what changes making kids? They're getting ready to do either the lottery system or the reservation. And I think the reservation would be the best thing because once it's full, it's full. And if there's a cancellation, you get a call from them saying, "Hey, I got a cancellation for Friday at 2 o'clock. Can you get down here?" That will curtail the traffic problem that they're having. And they're having, I can imagine, I wouldn't even go anywhere near there this weekend. I could imagine the crowd was unbelievable. Harvey Five, you're so right. So many ignorant people these days in the world. Speaking of tourists, though, we are down there so often. We no longer consider ourselves no. You're the good tourists. You're not really tourists. You're just what do we call them? Relatives visiting, right? You're just visiting relatives. Boy, when I first got the cabin, it was amazing how many relatives I didn't even know I had, but they just happened to be in town. uh, Hi, Uncle Jeff. We just happened to be in town, but you're from Alaska. Well, we took the scenic route and we're just down the street. And I said, let me call up a hotel. Let me call up the Hilton and set you up a time. Well, how about if no, nobody stays at my cabin. Sorry, nobody stays at my cabin. This isn't this isn't the cost of the relatives, because once they're in the door, they don't leave, and it's like then you got to entertain. It's like I don't want to entertain, Now I've had a couple of people up here, and with much regret. Because it's like you have to constantly be entertaining. You got to constantly be cooking. You got to clean. It's like, wait a minute, wait, this isn't the Hilton. This is my home. This is where I live. All about the same old here, Leslie. I'm local. Yeah. Sometimes I'll even say I hate. I don't hate tourists. I just wish they'd be smarter about things. Tourists think the bears. Yeah, they think they're very good, Barbara. They think that they're Yogi and Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo, I see a picnic basket. What do you think? They that's what they have in their mindset, Bill. You're right. And it's not that. Man, these things just one, just like that. And you're just like the steaks in the cartoon. They go, and then you go, just like that. They're not to be played with. That was different from the ones I raised. I raised that one with its eyes closed. I was the mother and the daddy. It was a whole different story. That bear, Mandy Bear, was my pet, my baby. I'm telling you, she sat on the couch and watched TV with me. She was a house dog, house bear, though. The neighbors didn't like that. And my neighbors were 20 acres away, but when they saw me walking the bear, they'd run in the house because I'd walk the bear. Because I had 20 acres, it was fenced, but I just walked the bear, and he's got a bear. They used to hate when I bring home the cougar or I'd bring home the panther and stuff because I'd be walking a panther, big 200-pound panther, just walking around. And because I let them walk and do their business and bring them back in the house. The neighbors hated me. They'd call Fish and Game all the time. And Fish and Game said, he's licensed. What do you want me to do? He's got it perimetered. He's proper. He's legal. He's got double perimeter fencing. It's as good as any park or any zoo. Oh, he's walking a bear. Yeah, that's Mandy. You want to talk to Mandy? Mandy's pretty cool. Oh, keep it away. Keep it away. Oh, my neighbors didn't like me much at all. They really didn't like when I had the skunks. I used to rehab skunks too. This is when I worked for Silver Springs. And the skunks had their sacks, their stink stacks, moved out of their anal gland because that's where the spray comes. A skunk turns around and it sprays. Well, we would have the vet there take out the anal sac, the spray sac, so it wouldn't spray, but it would turn around and it would just kind of like when you constipated, you turn around and go, and nothing, nothing would come out. But I would walk them, and they'd follow me because I had them trained. I had them trained to the clicker. You remember the clicker? I had them trained. Three would be feeding, two would be go back to your house, and one would be attack the neighbor. And I had them trained, so I would click, and they would all follow me. There'd be like eight or ten of these little, you know how they are. They're la la la. They got the tail up. Remember Odie Coloni from the cartoons? Oh, Machete, how are you? You're looking very good today. Remember him, Odie Coloni? They would follow me. And so I'd be walking. Hey, Jim was my neighbor, Canadian Jim, I call him. He was such an a-hole. He didn't like me, and I didn't like him at all. So I'd walk to the end of my property. Hey, how you doing, Jim? And he goes, "Don't move. There's skunks behind you, eh?" And he would do that all the time. He'd go, "Hey, there's skunks behind you, eh?" And I go, "No." And I'd always, "Where? Where?" And I look, and he goes, "Behind you, behind." No, no, no. I go, "Those are my pets." Does Fish and Game know that? I go, yes, Fish and Game knows. They all have their license, and so do I. This and that. Oh, we don't like that here. And I said, Jim, you and I are the only ones here. For 20 more acres, there's nobody over there. We don't like that here. I go, Jim, you're from Canada. I live here. You come down here for 3 months. Oh, still, I don't like it. Oh, that's too bad. I'm licensed. Go back. A, and we'll teach you how to say O's, probably produce. Produce. We'll teach you how to say O properly. I don't mean to offend any of you Canadians. We tease you guys all the time. Last Joker ever. Good evening. Well, how you doing, Last Joker ever? Good to see you too. Thanks for joining us here. Brady G111. Best friend dad raised bear. Baby to full grown. He would wrestle. Yeah, I wrestled with my. I'm telling you, Mandy sat with me and watched TV. It was not unusual. I'd take her in the car when she was young enough, not too big. I mean, once she reached her full growth, she was really too big, really too big. But no, I'd take her in the car. I had a truck too at that point, and she'd go in the truck with me. And I pull up, and that's when I was eating fast food. I pull up to Wendy's, and I go, give me whatever burger, and give my friend a burger over here. And they go, what does your friend want? I go, what do you want, Mandy? And she would just, and people would just poop themselves. They see a bear in the car. But you got a hamburger. I love the Wilderness family. Yes, good people. Children's Adventures. How are you guys? You're in South Carolina? What are you doing there? Better than bad. That's Miss Marie is on with us. She's still cooking, but boy, it smells good every time she opens the door. This fragrance comes out. I'm sure the bear is going to be up here in a minute too. Yes, Michelle, she's cooking. She's cooking. It smells good. She's a good cook. Miss Marie is a very good cook. Um, when she cooks the normal dishes, it's good. When she cooks the fish eye dishes, no, not good, not good. Jeff no like. Jeff no like the fish eyes. No, don't like. No, I do not like the fish eyes. We got a freezer full of fish with eyes. When I open up the freezer, they're all looking at you like that. Like, what are you looking at? We're looking at you with chili. Well, pretty soon you're gonna be in boiling water. So count your blessings, fish. Yes, fish. Just got fish. We were actually at the. It's I think a couple of weeks now. We go to Sunrise. It's a Asian market in Knoxville, and she was eyeballing the fish heads. And I go, "You gonna buy a fish head?" She likes fish heads. Just fish head, and I don't mean like guppy. I'm talking bigger than this melon head, with eyes on the side, big old carps and stuff. So they're laying down. They're going, "You're gonna eat me? You're gonna eat my eye first, Touch?" And she usually buys them, throws them in a pot of water, and they're bobbing up and down in the water, and their eyes are going up and down. God, they're looking at me. I put the pot cover on there. They're staring at me. Well, that's Miss Marie. Miss Marie. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, it's that time. It's time to say goodnight. Yep. And because you know why? Because I'm out of coffee. There's only like a swig left of coffee. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Please check out the new video, and it's you'll see it up there. It's the prominent video. It's a fun video. I had a lot of fun making it. It's a little longer than I'm used to, but I could not fit everything in any shorter. I mean, I took 2 hours and 45 minutes of video and condensed it to just shy of 30 minutes. And that's, I mean, if I did any more, it would have lost some of the impact. So I'm trying to keep my word and keeping the video short. Now, most of my videos are always, they're 15, 16 minutes long, but the Memorial Day, exception to the rule because there's just so much going on. It really was packed. Now, I am not going to do any video tomorrow on Memorial Day. I did it. I'm done with that. I have an idea of something I want to do related to Memorial Day, but it's not Gatlinburg. I'm done with Gatlinburg. I got the crowd today. That was the big crowd for sure. I thought Saturday was big. I was completely blown away by today because I was able to get through downtown Saturday reasonable. You know, it was still bumper, going back and forth, but today stand still and really just not moving. And you could see it from the video from up top on the fourth floor of the parking garage. It's just, the lights. There's the apex of 321 south and north coming together, and then going into Gatlinburg. It was just stopped traffic, Bo. Even though the lights turned green, there was nowhere to go. Lights would turn green, they turn red, they go green, and the car's just sitting there. And I did get to walk through the crowd, did some interviews, got some good footage of the people that were there. There's some uh, ambient talking and stuff. You'll see that there's some spots in there that I don't talk, which is not, mm, me. I'm such a quiet person, but I let the ambiance of the conversations of the people come through. So that's why all of a sudden I stop talking and there's just nothing. You can listen, you can hear them conversing, and that kind of like voyeuring in, but you can hear what people are saying. Some it's good, some it's bad, some it's shut up, shut up. You hear the kids screaming, shut up, what I want ice cream, this and then I go, this is the holidays. It's Memorial Day, Memorial Day. And remember what Memorial Day is about, right? Hopefully you remembered. It's about for those fine people that served this country. people that are currently serving, men and women, the people who have served, men and women, and the people that have died, men and women. Remember them. Remember them in your prayers. Remember them when you see them on the street. I never miss an opportunity. When I see somebody wearing Army, or whatever, whether they're in the Army, the Navy, or the Marines or stuff, I thank them for your service. I don't care who they are, because we wouldn't be able to do this if we were the CCP. Remember that when you're buying your Nike clothes there, you're supporting communism. Yeah, that's proud. You should be proud about that, huh? You might as well just wear a picture of Chairman Mao on, have that right on your chest. That's it. Get a T-shirt, champ. I love Chairman Mao. Me and Mao. Jeez, do the right thing. Do the right thing. All right, my friends. Let me just check, make sure if I don't want to miss night. Vinny, good night, my friend, my Italiano friend. Good, fun stream. Harvey Five, thank you for joining us. You have a great night, and keep doing what you guys have been doing. I watch your videos. Check out the Harvey Five, please. They have some fun videos. They're a good family. I like them a lot. Kathy McAllister, so enjoyed watching you. Good night, thanks. And sorry, Miss Marie couldn't join us tonight. She's still cooking. This is, I know it's more than one dish. I know Miss Marie very well. She's got a buffet. She's got a buffet over there. And Michelle's Tasty Dishes. Check out Michelle's Tasty Dishes if you happen to be diabetic. She's the channel to go to, because she's got some diabetic food. It's not, it's not nasty. It's good. She makes some good stuff, really good desserts. Mary Max Katz, good night to you all. Barb and Bill, thank you. We love you all. Good chatting with you. Good night to everybody. Have a great Memorial Day, and thank the people that did this. Okay. Good night, Michelle's Mountain Girl. Love enjoying dinner. Have a great night. You too, Ralph Webb. Appreciate that, Michelle. All about the Smokies, Bob. Amen. We'll see you guys soon. Have a good night, and don't forget Friday nights at 7:30. Around 7:30, we'll be doing it again. Have a great week, folks. Good night.